Good evening, everyone. We're beginning here tonight with the shock of mid-morning gunfire in a middle-class neighborhood. Schools and other public buildings were locked down after shots rang out around 9:45 this morning in Cole Harbour outside Dartmouth. Tonight, a man is in hospital as police are still searching for the shooter. Let's go now live to CTV's Matt Woodman, who is at the scene of that shooting for us tonight. Matt?
Steve, it might be difficult to tell out here just because of how dark it is, but this place hardly resembles the crime scene that it was this morning. All of the yellow tape has been taken down. The police vehicles, forensic trucks, they're long gone as well. All that remains is a bit of blood stains on the sidewalk as well as the road, a far cry from what neighbors were experiencing here early this morning.
And be afraid. It was very traumatic for us because we take care of children.
A scary start to the day for residents in this Cole Harbour neighborhood. RCMP were called to Merrimack Drive and Claremont Crescent around 9:30 after a 22-year-old man from Dartmouth was shot while sitting in this vehicle. Neighbors were quickly scoping out the crime scene.
And I said, "What's going on?" And she said, "Somebody just got shot in my yard. And there's a car there, and it's got 3 bullet holes into it, and there's a person with a chest wound, and all the police are here." And she says, "I just looked out the window and grabbed my baby and ran."
A nearby neighbor and friend of the victim's aunt says the man was still alive when he was taken to hospital.
I was talking to his aunt, and he got hit in the chest and 2 in the shoulder.
Armed officers and a K-9 unit moved yard to yard, searching for a suspect.
Police had information that this was not a random act, and the suspect they're looking for at this time, they believe, is the person responsible for the shooting.
The Nova Scotia Health Authority won't say which hospital the victim was taken to, but the Halifax Infirmary was put into a lockdown about 20 minutes after the shooting.
Whenever we have a lockdown of this nature, it's usually because there is a threat to either a patient who's admitted to the emergency department or staff.
A total of 5 schools in the area were put in a hold and secure. 2 high schools, Cole Harbour High and Auburn High, were in a hold and secure for more than an hour.
We just thought it was a routine drill, so everyone was pretty calm. Once we saw stuff on social media, it was a little nerve-wracking.
A lot of people left early because they were kind of freaked out, or they didn't really know what was going on. Their parents wanted them home with them.
Forensic investigators seemed to focus their attention on the vehicle the victim was in. The white Acura was eventually loaded onto a truck and taken away. Not long after, the police tape was removed, leaving only bloodstains behind. At this hour, police continue to look for the suspects, although they won't give us any details on who the suspect is. They won't even tell us if the suspect is a male or female. They say they don't want to compromise the investigation at this point. And Steve, the victim remains in hospital with what police are calling serious life-threatening injuries.
All right, Matt, thanks very much. CTV's Matt Woodman.